Because your volume, what you're doing, how John set those programs up is volume based.
Yeah.
You know, so if I know the number of exercises, we can stay within wherever you are, whatever week of that thing.
All right. So basically, this one is like four different movements usually, and then it'll work up to your heavy set of 8, and then your 4 working sets or whatever. Usually how he's got it going a lot of the time, especially with this cartilage.
So four movements, right?
Yeah, we got 4 movements.
That would be
16. So you're looking at 16 sets, work sets.
Yeah.
A lot of work sets, man. But so that's probably 30 total sets, and then the finisher afterwards, which will add to it. Yeah. So the 4 would be the pull downs. Pull downs are easy. Pull downs.
But it's a million sets to warm up.
Yeah, I know that.
Start off, we're going to use the American grip bar, multi-grip bar, and we're going to start from the outside. Once we've warmed up, we'll do 2 working sets on each hand. 2 working sets here, 8 to 10 reps. And then we're going to come in, move our grip in once, and we'll do the repeat again, 8 to 10 reps. And then we're going to come in again for set 5 and 6, another 8 to 10 reps. And then we're going to come in another time, two more sets, 8 to 10 reps. And then we're going to flip this sucker around. The fun never ends. And we're going to come in. The grip's almost a reverse style here. So we're going to do 2 more sets of 8 to 10 reps. And so after all that, your lats are going to be lit up and they'll be on fire. Do you want to go wide in?
No, you start in,
in wide?
in, then we go out, and then hell, we might even go back.
Go back in?
The thing with John is you never knew where the warm-ups ended, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think I was done.
And then you never knew. And then half the time it was like I didn't know if there was going to be like 1 top set or 2 top sets. Or you didn't know.
Well, you always knew it was not 1. Unless it was.
It's like the last couple of years it became more popular, and like it was like, because that's the big thing now. It's like 1 top set and a back off. Now, every painful thing I think of it was like, well, we did it twice. Yeah. He probably maybe like 4 times.
No, I remember one of the first times I got to see the light bill. And I'm like, okay, we're done. And they're like, no. How many work sets we doing? 6. In my mind, I already did. Like, there's a reason why I started making 10-pound jumps there towards the end. I hated that because the top sets were always the same weight too.
I know,
The power lifter in me is like, this is stupid.
I maxed out once. Why am I going to try
I already did this.
No,
that was like the challenge. You maxed out, like, you got to try to do it again.
Wasn't there a time, Dave, when you got like show ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, those pictures were wicked.
I call it 4 weeks out.
Yeah. Because anything after that, right?
Everything after that's just death.
Yeah.
For me, 10 weeks out was death. You're getting there now if you're 5 out. You're 2 weeks away from hell. There's still warm-up sets too. So we'll just keep moving the grip out. So just kind of figure out a weight that we'll be able to do the work sets with.
Okay.
Kind of like a hard 8 to 10 or something.
Yeah.
like we're going fast here.
3 people.
Line it out, man.
How many reps are on your program right now? 6, 8, 8, 12, 6, 8?
8 to 12. 8 to 12, yeah. And it just switched into that since it was 6, 8. Was that one here? Or was that your other place?
The other place. All right, we'll go. Which grip was the hardest for y'all?
Probably out.
All right, we'll start the work sets now. Yeah, we'll go here. 2 sets, 2 work sets each grip, and we'll get back in.
Come on. Come on.
Just stir them up. Just stir them up. Up. There you go. Don't let it fall on your biceps, especially at that bar. If it's a little longer.
Come on.
Come on, here you go. Good. As you warm up, try to let your shoulder open up a little more.
Top.
Yeah. I mean, yours are kind of like mine, so go on how you feel.
Yeah, I'm just trying to warm up like a little more before I start stretching.
Oh.
I wasn't lying when I said I did one work set fucking last week.
You've already done a month's worth of work.
I'll pay more attention next time. You just muscle fucking these things out. Does it feel heavy?
I think it feels right. It feels good.
So you can tighten the form up.
Yes.
I don't mean to tighten it.
Yeah. That is one thing too that sometimes I have to, because I love that like hard explosive work, so but I have to like mentally change it at times. Yeah.
Well,
I
you
know.
know, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Did we do 2 sets on this one yet?
One.
Or just one?
Or is that 2?
I think it was one.
Okay. Hold on a second.
The last pull down isn't like the place to be.
I know.
Yeah, that's better.
Come on.
Shoulder better, so you're focusing on.
Come on. Come on.
I was thinking closer to the east, I was wrong.
Well, I know. It's like we came in this hall. Like,
This is getting harder.
Oh,
To be honest.
Harder, man.
Why? This was like, oh, maybe this isn't quite heavy enough. And it's just getting.
Yeah, pumping now, huh?
Way to go.
Come on. Come on.
Take it down a little bit for this one.
Come on. Come on.
I took it down a little bit so you focus more on the elbows out. It's so close, your biceps won't do too much. You'll see what I mean. Just do a normal rep first.
Yeah.
And you'll see how it's on your bicep.
Yeah.
Now slow it down, pull your elbows out. There, so it's really, really tight in there now. There you go.
Yeah, I feel it.
Oh, my heat's now kicking in. Oh,
Just turn it on.
Yeah. And melt it in my armpit.
Let's go.
So that tickles.
Yeah, that's good.
It's been fragrant.
Yeah,
It smells like the old Necco wafers.
Yeah.
Show it. That feels different.
Oh yeah, for when you flare out like that, yeah.
Done that way. I used to tell John, I feel like the way you look. So,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was like on that post that you posted, you said like comment if you had any questions. And Alexander started going through an answer and I was like, wait,
Yeah, I saw you.
like, hold on, man.
Some of them you can answer better than us.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man. You know, the tricky thing with this bar, right, is to turn it this way. Well, no, these are all straight, but this is a new grip.
Yeah.
So we still got one more grip left.
Okay. Come on.
now you're not flaring your elbow
No,
much,
this
right?
Oh, this one.
Yeah. That's why I was happy you guys grabbed this one instead of that one down there, where they all are angled.
Yeah.
And then we have 6 more sets. Three more positions.
Come on.
Finish.
Squeeze.
I'm gonna find that job.
Stretch at the top. Stretch at the top too. You're all warmed up.
Last one. Come on. Come on. All right, so then for the second exercise, we're going to just do a regular T-bar row. Now, when you're doing these, so after your lats should be on fire, because we just did a bunch of work sets, and then towards the end there, we kind of switch the grip around. But as you're doing a T-bar row, you want to be bent over, and you don't want to come up and down. You want it to be here, and you want to focus on driving your elbows back. So I think we did a couple warm-ups and then about 4 working sets too, about 6 to 8. And you want to get it up to the points where the last couple working sets is really kind of difficult to get those 6 to 8. So the last few should be putting your lats and your back on fire too, especially after the pull downs.
Pop it on. You have to bend over. I get a little deadlift.
Get out. Your own team of lifters too?
Kind of.
I thought you did. I was looking for.
They train together. Some of them I'll do programming for. A lot of them I don't. And in Columbus, there's so many options. Even though I don't charge anybody anything, you know, if they got a coach they're working with, work with your coach. Just be here because that group synergy is big.
It's crazy how many options there are in the Columbus area.
For powerlifting, I mean, bodybuilding's always kind of had it.
Going back
But
to
a
like
bodybuilder doesn't need a group dynamic.
Yeah.
But hell, Columbus, it used to be West Side, and that was it.
Yeah.
Some dude's basement, Larry Iron Smith, had a powerlifting crew, so it was like 2, and then maybe less, so there was 3.
Yeah.
Now there's fucking like 8. Well, there's a training bond. You know, you don't have to like the people, but there's just a certain training bond.
Yeah.
The third exercise we're going to do is a grenade ball straight arm pull down. Daryl's 5 weeks out for the show, so we're basically modifying his training, and we're doing this training session for him. Bret and I are just washed up meatheads, right? So we're going at a pretty fast pace. I don't know how long we've been training, but there's a lot of work sets have already been done. I hate to use the word pump. You know, that was something that John likes, and I think I heard Daryl say earlier, like, this pump is incredible. I start to get a pump, I want to open it up a little bit, because one of the other exercises that Daryl wants to do today is going to be a chest supported row. I don't want to go from how tight my lats are right now right into a chest supported row. So I like a straight arm pull down, which is more like a pullover, if you think of it that way, just to stretch the lats out a little bit, open the muscle up some more, allow more blood to flow. That way when we get back into the heavy rows, it won't be as hard for Bret and I, but then Daryl will be able to, he's probably going to lose a little bit of his pump here, but then he'll be able to engorge it even more so after doing this and take it to a level that's higher than where he currently is now. Fucker at the top as much as you can. Okay. And then down here, see how I'm squeezing.
Yeah.
You squeeze the lats, without the tricep, but real low into the lats. Okay. Yep. I feel very attached to my arm. Yeah, so there, more here. So even when you go to start to come back up, keep that there, better. So keep the tension, then you can start to stretch.
Yeah.
Does that feel good? Like, it almost looks like you need to keep your arms like a little locked in. It almost feels like, it almost looks like
a pullover.
Yeah.
It's basically exactly what we're doing.
At least that's what it looks like.
Your range of motion might even be able to get a little higher than ours, so actually should be able to.
Okay.
So with that top, you want that big stretch basically here. But if you can feel it down in there,
That's why, well, towards the end too, and then how you said like keep it even when you're coming out. So I think that's one thing a lot of people forget too, is not to just drop, to actually keep it there.
yeah, actually, boom, actually pop the sternum.
Feels very good.
Surprised at how well that feels.
Well, especially after doing the pulldowns, and then it's over there, you can open it up a lot more.
We do a lot of this stuff because there was a while when John's lat became a weak point and he had to drive the work sets to like 50. And we'd have to put shit like this in after every couple exercises. And otherwise his back turned so purple. There's no way he would be able to get the work in.
Yeah. Well, you know what you guys ended up doing, I don't know if you showed him this, but I followed it since the first time I saw the video was the pronated shrug, something like that, where you just sit there and you kind of just like bring it back.
Yep, just upper back.
That stuff, especially if you get that down and feel that. I mean, that's such a great exercise. It took me a long time to actually feel it correctly.
Build the shit out of your bench if you give a shit about that.
Yeah.
That's what stabilizes our bench. Which show are you doing?
France one.
I just squeeze on.
I kind of wish I would just pick the show for him out. So I switched. I was a little close for me. The Avery mark.
He's got a lot of credibility though.
Yeah. He's good. He's definitely good.
It's a national qualifier too, right? Is it overall or is it?
First and second, I think, we qualified.
Okay.
I wish the last show I did with John was the Ohio and qualified nationally. But one thing I loved about him, especially coaching me, is just because you're nationally qualified does not mean you should go to nationals.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I knew from the beginning. So I'm like, even if I did do it now, doesn't mean I should go.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure I'm ready first.
Squeeze the shit out of that.
Man.
Crazy that
Yeah.
it's on the 50 and I feel like it's 150.
Right.
The fourth exercise is a chest supported row using our Elite FTS power rack. This is the ISO attachment. Any rack would work. Again, your gym owner might get pissed, so just know you might strip the paint off the rack, but to me that's what a rack's for. This is a prototype chest supported row we're working on to be able to work in power racks. What I experimented with today, instead of doing it on the outside of the rack, just like a normal chest supported row, I wanted to do a stripping the rack row. I used to do a lot of these with John Meadows, and then kind of forgot about it, to tell you the truth, until you said something earlier. So I wanted to see if this would work for that, and it works awesome for it. So you just take the bar out. As soon as it hits the post of the rack, drive into the post to activate the lat, get the lat contracted, and then row, keeping the wrist stacked with the elbow, and then either film look or better than that, just pay real close attention to what you feel doing the work. You should feel your lat doing the work. A lot of time people will want to bias the traps and the rear delts, which is fine if that's what you're trying to train. You know, so then, yeah, so you want to push into the rack as hard as you can, like you're trying to strip the paint off the bar or the rack. So it's kind of like a Smith machine, but not really, because you're doing that. Gym owners will probably get pissed.
Oh, well, I was just thinking, I remember, you know, we would train at the Lifetime Fitness, and I can remember being in their squat rack, just scrape this and just break my teeth.
Here's another meathead training tip for shit like this. If you think it might hit, you get a collar that opens up so you don't have to take the plates off.
Yep.
Feel good?
Feels very good. Yeah.
A lot of the bodybuilders, John would come out when they would do the rows were really, really heavy, dominant trap and Terry's. So I want to make sure he's. Did you have cupping done?
I did.
Yeah. I slide up just a little bit more. Pull more with your elbows, but tuck your elbows harder. So there you go. So there's still too much here. Focus more here. Okay. Let it stretch. Let it hang. Let it hang. Okay. Bring the bar closer. I think you got it now. I got to have you slide down to it. More. Let it hang. I want you to feel a stretch here when it hangs. Okay. Now from there, pull the elbows toward me. There. See? Now we're here instead of up in there. Yeah. Okay. Good. Pull, but your arms do like a pull over this way.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Right there, good. Nice, there we go. See how this wants to take over? And if I let him, I'll just do one more. Okay, rack it. Now do it the way you normally would. Watch, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you look at it.
See the difference?
Yeah. You can just see it.
Yeah.
You feel it too, yeah.
Like I said, we'll put in that other thing for that area. But when you're trying to build this up, you got to be focusing the tension there.
Just hit a wall.
Yeah. You don't need a lot of weight here because you're putting so much tension this way.
Right.
You know, so you definitely got to leave your ego out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was more than enough to feel that.
See here? You get a little bit more here, but you still got a lot here. So focus more down here, pull it here. It's really easy to see. See, it's still up in there. Slide down toward me a little bit more. Okay, pull your head up. Push it in. Pull your elbows back toward me more. Almost like a dumbbell row. See, it's still up there, but now you're seeing a lot more here. That's why I like to have it going against that rack, because that initial here locks those lats in.
Yeah.
If the initial is here, it's going to lock the traps in. Touch your elbows more. That's almost now you're almost doing a reverse curl. Slide up a little more. Now that you know where it needs to feel. Yeah. Right in there. That's good. Put in. Good. That's it. Good.
Come on.
Stick your thumb in there, the crease. So go closer.
Oh, in here. Oh,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's a little different feel to it. And this time, try to put your thumb in there like that. Okay. I used to do like push-pull work for my triceps like that.
Yeah.
So, got a different feel. Feels good.
Come on, man. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Come on. Good job.
We're just gonna do a couple sets of prone shrug. It's more just, prone shrug. You're a little tired. Go about bench grip, shrug up. You wanna hold it for a 2 count, and then back down. We'll just do 2 sets of 6 and move on from there. All right, go ahead. Now, just let it all fall. Let it all collapse. Now just shrug up in here, squeeze my pinky. All right. Just change your body position to get more of the trap. Just let it hang, and then shrug. There you go, real up high. Good. Just do 6. Over for the 2. So up. No, arm straight, arm straight. So it's just a shrug. Good. 1, 2, down. Up. 1, 2, down. Up. 1, 2, down. Good. Up. 1, 2, down. All of us. What is that for? Up. 1, 2, do one more. Good. Up. Good.
You guys will do this one. You said his back was like his weaker point, right? So you guys will do the lat stuff and then this.
Yeah.
Which this one's hard. This one's weird too because when you're doing it, especially when you first start doing it, you don't feel like he's doing anything. But after set of actually doing it, and then you see the progress that it makes in your back actually when you're like posing, nuts.
A big thing is holding it. The reason I took the reps down is because the time under tension is really still about the same. So we're going on 2 seconds because I know I'm going to have a hard time holding it. You're going to have a hard time, and you can you can scale that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you keep the weight the same, and you keep that at a 2 second count. Then the next week of 3, then the next week of 4, and then maybe shut it down at like a 5 second count.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Come on.
Yeah, let's take a plate off. I should have looked at the weight.
It's fucking heavy.
Yeah.
That's what John had. Every time when you would do dumbbell shrugs, it was always like a 3 second count. Mm-hmm. It was all like, it wasn't the quick. The ball, like,
the time under tension, man. Arm straight. Nice. There you go.
Come on, come on.
Good.
Good.
I like that that's kind of easy to like
Yeah.
just chuck back into
This is the
place.
best. This is absolutely the best.
For some of
Just
them, it's like
supported.
it's a whole extra rep and a half
Something
to
else,
put
eh?
something back.
What's nice about this one too is the weight is like right under you instead of being out here and the thing's over here.
Yeah.
Which I like that a lot.
You're doing extra credit, but you're still better.
Oh, we're deadlifting.
Yeah.
We're gonna puke.
We won't. You will. I'll still squat with the guys tonight, so I'm bowing out of the dead.
Oh, you are still? All right.
You know, John and I experimented for years with pulling off of the floor and found out that it was better just to pull off the blocks because this was done on lat day. It wasn't done on leg day, so we don't want the hamstring glute development. We just want the upper, the back work, and the erector work. So when we were pulling off the floor, it was exhausting more. Too much the lower back and actually too much of the hamstrings for me. So it ended up being about 3 mats. These are wooden wagon wheels that a buddy of mine made, you know, that brings it up probably to about 2 stands maybe, you know, I don't know how far off the floor, but that makes it safer. When you're doing a challenge set, you want it to be as safe as you can possibly make it because part of it is pushing the muscle to absolute failure and beyond, you know, so RPE definitely over 10. You don't want the RPE risk level to be super high. So the trick with this is to find a weight that's a moderately heavy weight, not too much. I think this might be somewhere around 225, 245, 250. And then as you warm up, just do singles, doubles, triples, nothing to wear yourself out. But as you warm up, you're trying to figure out what's a weight that I could push myself to finish somewhere between 10 and 20. You start to get over 20, you can't breathe. Where Daryl, we probably should use a little bit more weight. The first rep, as I was telling them, the first rep is going to screw with your head a little bit because the first rep's always heavy because it's a deadlift. It's a dead lift, so you're lifting a dead weight. And once you start building the momentum, once you add in that eccentric phase on the second one, it becomes a little bit easier. Then you just got to push through. After about 5, 6, your mind wants to say that's it, and that's where it becomes a challenge set. You got to kind of push from there. If you're a washed up meathead like Bret and I, you also got to kind of you gotta pay attention to yourself because this is something that can wreck you for a month really quick. But that's another battle you gotta fight. Are you stopping because you're quitting, or are you stopping because you're gonna hurt something? Okay, don't overpull. Right there. Let's still overpull. Finish, stop. You don't need to lean back at the top.
Same way.
Yeah, so you got 2 per side. Just do a triple, double, triple.
So you want these more, just like slow control and not all the way out. Just
There's no reason to ever go all the way like you're doing. So just pull stuff. You want to keep working up till you get to a weight that you think you might be able to do a heavy set of 6 with. So it can be singles, doubles. You're already warmed up.
Come on.
Grab 2 more chains for each side. All right, just let's go. How many chains is that?
Oh, how many?
Yeah.
Count carefully.
4.
4? 4.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go 1 more chain. This side. Get your mind set for like 10, maybe 12. You're gonna have to find it. Challenge set. Don't let the first one mind you fuck you. It always feels the worst. Let's go now, let's get after it. Finish strong. Head up, head up, head up. There you go. Nice. Good, come on. Let's go. Come on. Head up.
Go, go, go.
Come on, find the rhythm. Get it.
Run, run.
Good, come on. Head up.
Go,
Head
Bret,
up.
come on.
Come on. Nice. Got it. Head up, head up. Nice. Go, there you go. Don't quit. Drive that head back.
Go, go, go,
Drive
go,
that
go,
head back. Come on, give Daryl something to work.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, give him something to work for. You got another one. Find
on,
it.
Bret.
Find it. Push.
Run, 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 run.
Here's another one. Come on. Yep, good job. Good job.
Was that like 9 or something?
It might have been 11.
Something.
There's one more than you thought you were going to do. You should be thinking somewhere between 15 and 20.
You gotta get 5 more than me.
You said you like to get after it, get aggressive. Here's your chance, man. That's all this is. It's gut check time. The first one's gonna mind fuck you. It don't matter. Go. 4, 9, 5. Come on. 6. Come on. 9. Hey, come on, come. 11. Good, come on. 12. Come on. Come on, 13. Come on. Come on. 14. You got it. Let's go. 17. 18. Come on. 25. Come on, come on. 19. Come on. 5 more. Let's go. Head up. 1. Come on. Head up. Head up. Up. 2. Come on. Let's get there. 3. Come on. Up. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good job. All right, 1 more set.
Elite FTS.
Why is that your idea of a good time? I would never.
Oh, you finished what's called a challenge set. It's pushing them past what they think they can do. Personally, I didn't do it because I don't want to, but I'm also training weights tonight. So if I do this, I'm not going to be able to squat tonight. So that's what I'm using as my excuse for now. But you're not going to throw these in all the time. This is something that John used to throw in a lot. It's part of the training that I love. Personally, I love going super, super heavy in the challenge sets. Everything else you can just kind of throw to the curb for all I care. For this, it is good for back development, but again, it's not something you're going to throw in all the time. That's it. So it was what, 4 exercises? 4 exercises, a couple sets of shrugs, and a challenge set. So that's it. That's a back training day.
Good times, good times.